Hey, Lowell from Gamer Guides here, back with another video for Mortal Shell 2. In this one, I'll show you where to find all melee weapons in the game. If you're looking for sidearms, we're doing a different video for that one, which I'll link in the description. Anyway, there's 8 melee weapons total, with the Iconoclast unlocked during the prologue. I'm going to save a bit of time in this video by showing you where the other 7 are on my fully unlocked map relative to their closest beacon, and then explain how exactly to get them, as some of them require a bit of extra legwork while others are just the reward for clearing a dungeon. You can also pay Merrick and Marrow Keep for maps to show you where to find each weapon, but if you did that, I'd be out of a job and you'd be out of some hard-earned coin, which becomes fairly scarce as weapon upgrades get insanely expensive. You're not maxing out a single weapon without starting New Game Plus or grinding a ton. So save your coins and like and subscribe or whatever. So let's start with my personal favorite weapon, the Axe and Dagger. This one is found in a dungeon within a chapel called the Shrine of Trials. It's in the Mushroom Village, which is southeast of the Widow's Overlook Beacon, likely the first beacon you visit after the prologue. To find the chapel and the Shrine of Trials dungeon, head just northwest of the Mushroom Village Beacon to where a bunch of Grisha hunters have set up shop. But wait, you need a key to get inside. To find the key, head south and across the bridge to where a bunch of creepy grandmas are doing a jig, and loop around this little gate here to reveal a statue from which the key is dangling from. Use it to open the chapel and enter the dungeon inside. The Axe and Dagger is found after solving some fun little puzzles and defeating some spooky ghosts. Skip ahead if you don't want the puzzles spoiled. For this one, you have to back up from the statue to pass through the wall, and then there's a couple block puzzles where you have to whack the pedestals to move them around onto the respective switches. So next up is the Battle Axe, which is found in a dungeon called the King's Crypt, which is just north of the Blackridge Pass Beacon, which in turn is north of the Widow's Overlook Beacon. This dungeon is full of traps in the form of pressure plates, exploding urns, and surprise exploding zombies. At the very end, you'll find the Battle Axe on this headless corpse after dropping down a shaft. The next weapon you'll likely find is the Great Martyr Blade, found at the end of a dungeon called the Martyr's Prison, nestled just outside the walls of the Citadel of Penance. This is to the northwest of the Widow's Overlook Beacon. You don't have to go inside the Citadel to get it, but rather hang a right where you have to pull a lever to open the gate. If that's still a bit confusing to you, you should definitely check out the interactive map the team over at Gamer Guides put together. It has literally every weapon, sidearm, shell, and other items listed. Link in the description as always. There's a pretty tough fight with several creepy long boys and one big fat boy down there, but once you defeat them, the gate will open with the Great Martyr's Blade on a pedestal in the back. You probably won't pick up another weapon until you reach the deserted slums area to the southwest of the outskirts of Mammon Beacon, which is the beacon you land at if you do the spooky warp thing from the top of Marrow's Keep going south. You'll find the Obsidian Hammer in the Obsidianite mines here. You can walk there or take some traversal gates over to the slums. Regardless, down at the very bottom of this miner-filled pit, you'll find the Obsidianite mines, filled with more annoying miner guys. Pro tip, they're fairly easy to parry. Anyway, at the end you have to fight a boss called the Prophet of Profane Infinities to get the Obsidian Hammer. He's just a sub-boss version of the Hammer Bros you've probably faced elsewhere. Once defeated, you'll pick up the hammer automatically. You'll likely uncover the Black Needle next, as it's located in an area to the east of the outskirts of Mammon Beacon called the Sester's Refuge, within a beacon called the Sester's Gate. You'll find a couple traversal gates that lead you here along the eastern side of the landmass that the outskirts of Mammon Beacon is on. Far to the back in the castle-like structure and before the corrupted gate, you'll find the Sester's Gate beacon that you need to clear in order to progress the main story. Inside is a straightforward dungeon where you have to ring some bells to restore a bridge with a boss gauntlet against several Sesters at the far end. Defeat them and you'll obtain the Black Needle Spear automatically. The next closest weapon is one that would make your local mall ninja proud, the Axtana. It's located in an area called the Forgotten Tower between the Sester's Refuge and the Silent Steps. You're probably going through the Sester's Refuge to get it. As mentioned before, the refuge is easy to reach by taking a traversal gate southeast of the outskirts of Mammon Beacon. Deep in the Sester's Refuge before the corrupted gate is a beacon called the Sester's Gate. If you head a bit east from it, you can drop down to a traversal gate that will take you to the Forgotten Tower. It's kinda hidden down there. The Axtana is located across a bridge at the back of the Forgotten Tower. You have to snipe a bell below the bridge in order to restore the path, but it's not in the chest across the way. Instead, drop down and open the gate here with one of those annoying knife ladies inside and grab the Axtana on the far wall. Enjoy living out your mall ninja dreams. The last weapon you're likely to find is the Clockworth Scythe, located just about as far south as you can go on the world map in an area called the Silent Steps, and within a dungeon called the Chamber of Becoming. There's a couple different ways to reach this area, but if you've followed along with this video, the aforementioned Forgotten Tower where you got the Axtana has a traversal gate on the western tip that will take you there. The Clockworth Scythe is part of a little quest tied to the Sariel shell. To obtain it, head to this little arena just south of the Silent Steps beacon to fight Sariel. Once defeated, he'll run off and open a massive door before hiding in a dungeon at the top of the steps. Inside, you have to fight him twice more. The second time, hit his little stone talismans to end his invincibility, and then whack him a few more times to obtain the scythe. He like froze in place on me when I did this and stopped fighting back. Not sure if that's intentional or a bug or whatever, but yeah, just kill him. Anyway, the Caged Hystrix sidearm is down here too, but I'll go over that in our sidearms video. Again, link in the description. And yeah, that's how you find all melee weapons in Mortal Shell 2. If you found this video at all helpful or just like Sleepy Shibas, like or even subscribe so we can continue on our quest to fulfill all your gaming needs here at Gamer Guides.